Well, here we go. We're on day 3 of the Navion, and I think I'm going to wrap it up today. Get it all together anyway. We'll start finishing. Steve is coming over, so we might have a little bit of a problem getting it done. But let's get to it. I'll show you what I'm doing. Let's see here. You go there and there. All right. Now, the wing is built pretty straightforward. I told you I really like the jigging, of the thing. Make sure it's turned down there. Working on getting the sheeting. I don't really care for this bell crank mount, but I didn't design it, so whatever. I'm going to put some epoxy in here. We're going to flood this with epoxy. Capture that bolt, and I'll do the same on the other side. It'll have to be done in 2 trips, but that's not a big deal. So let's get my epoxy mixing tool, Model Aviation magazine. It's storming out today, so if the picture goes away, just hang on. I'll be back. Not much I can do about it. Let's see, we got a stick here. Yeah, let's use this stick here. Yeah, we got comments already. Yo! Oh, it's Roy. Good morning. I thought it'd be Daniel Berry Sports. Yo! I don't know what's happened to Craig. Craig Biswick. He's hasn't been around much. I can see it's going to take 2 settings because I got to leave it on this in this direction. Gravity. Gravity. I better pick that up. I'll be looking for it and drive myself crazy. Here. Okay. All right. So now I have to make some landing gear blocks, and they I don't know what happened to my little scale. Find that. There it is. They appear to be 9/16 deep. I don't know. I don't know why they do that. So I think what I'll do is I will cut them and build them up out of balsa wood. And then we'll put bracing in them. This is not a good This is not a well thought out landing gear clip, but you know, didn't really want to get involved in doing all this re-engineering of this kit, like the trailing edge and this landing gear clip and all that. But I got to do something. So it's a little over 3/4 wide. It's 13/16. 13/16 by, let's make sure. Let's see. Actually it's 7/8. Yeah, 7/8 on one side. Let's make them 13/16 and chim them up. 7/8. That's 7/8. Now 13/16. Pretty odd. Pretty odd. Yeah, we're almost ready. Let's get a piece of sheeting on here. Get the cheating on. Well, this Brodak wood feels like engineered wood. It doesn't even feel like balsa wood. It's really strange feeling. It ain't the balsa wood of yesteryear, that's for sure. Put up a couple more t-shirt. I put up another t-shirt design for you guys that are interested in some different colors. We are 3 and 9/16. So add a little bit from that and trim from there. 3 9/16. Cut that there. Are you guys awake this morning? This is interesting. We're gonna have to jog this. It'll be right there. It's only wood. Right there, we need a jog. And we'll trim off 64th. I was gonna paint today, but they said it wasn't gonna be humid today. Well, it's raining out. Good morning, Steve. So they lied. So there's no painting today. I don't think we're gonna see. I'm gonna see a painting day before than that. So that airplane will probably live at home. So that fits. Actually, it doesn't fit. It needs to go some more yet. Damn. Why can't I get that? I'm surprised Jim Barnhold had been in to see the progress on his airplane. The twister kit was dropped off. Good morning, Tony. Still no good. Cut it 3 times and it's still too short. That looks like it might work. Huh. Now I need to angle this some more. See how it goes. Now it's too damn short. Damn. Oh, holy moly. Cut a new one. It's only wood. I know what I can do. I can straighten that up. I mean, it's only a profile, but it will have my name on it, so it's got to look decent. And check out the new, I put the T-bolt, the Thunderbolt back up for t-shirts. That was a classic too. You can get it in a coffee mug or a sticker or whatever. That's better. Uh-huh. Good morning, Deza. Let's try this again. And before I cut it to length, I'll make sure it fits so I got extra. But it looks like I'll have plenty of their sheeting. Okay. So the middle, yeah, I better just should have done it this way to begin with. Should have done it that way to begin with. And that's some hard wood. Well, my car gets done today. Let's do it like that. Okay, that was just a tack because we're probably going to have to take this thing off to get it to fit. But we need perfect fits. We need perfect fits. Not too bad. Not perfect, but not bad. Okay, so I need a couple of pins is what I need. If I can't do that, do it here. And right here. Yeah, we got a little bit of a putty situation there, but nothing I can do about it. Okay, so what's it gonna take to do that? I'll take this. Man, I'm not used to building other people's designs and construction techniques. It's no good. That was a quarter. Seen Frank in a while either. No new videos from him. I guess he fell off the planet. This my show's not is a hard act to follow. Okay, we can glue it on now. I got it got her cut. Glue on my finger. Should have known better. Damn. I think it's time for a new snorkel. It's coming out too fast. Yeah, let's get a new snorkel on this. This is ridiculous. Redonkulous. Okay, come on. And it's still dark out. It's 9:30 in the morning and it is dark out there. Yeah. There we go. We got her now. Gonna have to round that over. Okay, I don't like doing that, but makes it hard sanding. But we'll do it. Get a piece of 180. We got 12 watchers this morning. I hope you guys that are watching this are watching in your shop and working along with me. Yeah, that turned out good. I wish I get this stain off here. About as good as it's gonna get. Not bad. Not bad. Got a little flat right there. Okay. So this piece and this piece can be this piece, and that piece will be that piece. That's very good. Alrighty, we need to get some more epoxy up in on top of this bolt to hold it. I hope you guys have picked up the method to my madness. One guy said, one can never have too many airplanes. Yeah. This is pretty poor engineering. Pretty poor engineering. But it is 1950s ways of doing things. That's good. Don't pick up my sloppiness habits, but pick up some of the other habits I got. How to sand, how to cut. Don't settle for less. If you settle for less, you're making a big mistake. I hate to put that push rod on because then I'm saddled with it flopping around back there. but looks like I'm gonna have to. Let's see how far out from the pivot that is. That is 3/4. 3/4 is, yeah, see, I almost screwed up. Well, it don't matter. 2-inch bell crank at 3/4 would be the same as a 3-inch bell crank at 1 inch. Yeah. It's actually 2.5. 2 1/4. Never saw a 2 1/4 inch bell crank. 2 1/4. 2 1/4 at 3/4 is equal to 3 inch and 16th. So that should be fine. We'll just put it all the way up. What I'm calculating there is control geometries. And I'm really not calculating, I'm just using my backyard engineering. That looks about right logic to what works. And trust me, backyard engineering rules beats the crap out of others. Wiffle plate and waffle pump times pair square pi to the moon at the speed of light. You guys overthink that shit. By the time they're done thinking, I got the airplane built. Okay. Let's want to cut this piece out of this. So we need it this wide. We're gonna do it just like, oh, I gotta do the epoxy first. Don't get ahead of yourself. I don't want to give this to somebody and say, that thing was built like crap. The bell crank pulled out. Boy, it's really coming down. I even went as far as to push the horn, the bell crank. Okay, let that dry. And then I gotta sand the whole thing. Well, first I need to make them landing gear blocks. So be just a minute. I'm going to sit here and contemplate what I'm doing. I got no idea what I'm doing. And check out the new Thunderbolt shirt. I don't have a picture of it, but I can tell you. Let me see. I can probably go to brand and add an overlay. I don't know if this is going to work or not because it's black. Let's see here. Oh no, it's a 1968 shirt design. That's fixed. Shirt design. Oh, there we go. Open. Yeah, there we go. That's the new shirt design, shirt logo. But it's hard to see because it's a transparent, it's a overlay. And here we go. Man, really coming down. Right there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Go back. There we go. Oh, Dirty Dan gave me hell for the name of Stunhanger. When I looked for the URL Stunhanger, the Stunhanger HAR was not available. Okay, great. Thanks, Dazzle. HANGAR was not available. So I just put ER, like hanger, like for a clothes hanger. And he gave me hell. Then I kept about 2 years later, Stunhanger became available. So I bought that. So now I got them both. But it's too hard to migrate from E to A. That one letter, you guys just have to get over it. Because computers are unforgiving. You can't misspell something and expect it to come out right. You know, if you type in one letter off or one dot or one space off, forget it. So you get what you get. This worked out better than I thought. Worked out real good on the wingtip. I was going to glue on some plastic lead out on the bottom of that, plastic tubes, but I remembered I had a couple of these brass inserts. Just drilled a hole right down. You had to be pretty precise on the drilling, but I drilled down through wingtip there, the balsa wood, put them in there. When I get it sanded, I'll glue them in after I get it covered. It'll be fine. Okay, this should be close to dry. No, not yet. Hang on just a second. I need to make an intermission banner to put up. Oh well. You know, I have in the other room, I have an office, and you can't move in there because there's too many airplanes in there. I used to have stun hanger was built in that other room. I'd sit at the desk, and I got a high-powered computer under the desk, and I'd do all the bullshit that I did. That computer died, and I just kind of let that desk crap up and just filled the room with airplanes. And so now everything's run on a laptop, which probably has as much power as my other high-powered job. And I'm kind of glad, because if I had to go in there in that other room to go online, and I mean, some of the early videos were shot from in there, edited and shot and all that. I wouldn't get nothing done. I'd be sitting at that desk all the time. So now I just do everything right from the workbench. And it's a little difficult with the camera wires and all that stuff. You can easily strangle yourself, trip over shit here. Okay, let's make one of these. We need it this big. Boy, Brodak's got it figured out. They're right down to the last smidgen of wood. We certainly don't want to give up anything. Nothing extra. We could be covering this today. I probably won't. I probably won't cover it till tomorrow. Hopefully I can get this to without a whole lot of hassle to come out right. Take some fitting to get her to fit. I'm fitting her. What the hell am I doing? I can't cut it with a pencil. I cut it with a knife. It's fitting. Lightning. Okay, so you don't want to fit there. So now what are we gonna do? Trim this back. Some more people I haven't seen in a while is Jeff, Annie, and Chewy. Where are you guys at? They must be doing important shit. Okay, we need to take just a smidge off of that. Just a smidgen off of that. When I see you guys every day, it's like we're buddies. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about it. I just let it rip as is. Pin it down. Actually, I could tack it. Okay. I'm gonna get a new blade for this. This one here, after cutting Rodak plywood there, it just don't act right. I got to get back on tanks, so the next video is going to be on tanks. I've got 3 tanks to do to fulfill an order. Danny's making the landing gear, Craig, so we'll get it together. What happened? Did that fall down? No, right there. Yeah, I'm not going to do landing gear. Do them for myself, but 1.25 inches here. 1.25 inches. Can you guys hear the storm? Sounds like a monster movie out there. Yeah, monster movie. And I was a kid who used to watch Boris Karloff, Bela Lugosi, uh, Lon Chaney, and them movies would scare the crap out of me. I just mentioned some names that you hardly ever hear. I haven't heard those names in years, probably 30 years or more. Hmm. Yeah, I guess it'd be all right. Now, Boris Karloff, I've heard in a while, but how long has it been since you heard Lon Chaney or Bela Lugosi? And for you young guys that are listening to me, Lon Chaney was the Wolfman, and Bela Lugosi was Dracula. Boris Karloff was Frankenstein. There we go. Yeah, darn. Please. The cats have brought in fleas and they're driving me crazy. Oh, yeah, Lon Chaney Sr. The young guys probably think Vincent Price. Yeah, well, he's kind of old. And he's gone now. He's dead, so he was old, but we're talking about guys before him. How many people know that there was four Stooges? Actually, more than that, but there were four brothers. Why are we are a knife blade too long? Why? I was a pretty sick kid. I had tonsillitis, and I don't know, I was always home from school from tonsils, so they ended up taking them out. But my mom and I would sit and watch all them old scary movies during the day. I can't believe get the damn thing to go down there. There it is. So can't get in there to glue that, so yeah. I can think of about five, and if I think real hard, maybe six stooges. Stooges weren't my bag, though. I really didn't. They were all right. They were kind of goofy. Kind of goofy, I thought. Woo, 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 woo. Actually, I don't have to do nothing to sand this. Yeah, still got movement, so we're in good shape. Get the rattlers out of it. Oh well, kind of turned there. The way it goes. 10 o'clock. I don't know. Maybe Steve won't show up today. He didn't come over till about 11:30. He gets up at the crack of noon. The crack of noon. There we go. Get rid of that. Wick some more CA down here. Make sure this is glued on good. Don't want to have that fly off. And I hate the thought of putting this damn push rod in it. Be hanging off way back there, but I'm gonna have to. Maybe I can cut some off. Oh yeah, we can cut some off. Yes. Two P10. Pro woodworking kicker. It's only $20 a can. I mean, it was when I bought it. It could be $50 a can now, and in Bidenomics. That's coming to an end though. they they sure squashed that quick, Bidenomics. Oh no, don't say that. Well, we'll have this wing done today. I'll have this airplane. I mean, if I sat and worked on this, I could have it done, included covered. So this is a 1 week airplane. Because I haven't worked on this except for what you guys have seen online. It ain't like I put in a whole bunch of hours without you watching. This is day 3, and by day 5, if I worked on it, we'd be flying it. Probably one of the easiest ones I ever built, except for the mistake that they've got in the kit. I probably need to call and tell them what they need to fix. It's going to be tough to get a nice shape on that. There's a little gap there. Well, the wind is picking up. You might be getting ready to have a tornado. No, no. Steve is up at the crack of noon. He stays up too late at night. Well, how do you guys think I did on the hangout again last night? Am I doing all right? I don't like it. Somebody's going to have to take that over. Even though I don't like them ARPs, it's sad to hear that Lonky lost his axioma. sorry to hear that. Pull this out, sand this tip, I suppose. Guy across the street from me right here knows Butch Patrick. You guys know who that is? He hangs out with him. He's a school teacher or something. And for you guys info who don't know who Butch Patrick is, he's Eddie Munster. Or was. I need to take this push rod off before I break something. Until I get all this shit sanded. Eddie Munster. I built Augie Bush's motorcycle. I also built Jose Kendall's motorcycle. Phew. For those of you guys who don't know who that is, Augie Bush is Bush Beer. Jose Oquendo is the third base coach of the Cardinals, or was. Plus a really good ball player. The story about, God, what the hell was that guy's name? I want to say Wayne Gretzky, but I don't think that's right. Whoever the St. Louis Blues hockey player, the best one on the St. Louis Blues hockey player, came into our clubhouse, and I had just painted the wall, and he signed the wall, and I said, "Hey, what are you doing right down the wall?" My club brother says, "Well, that's so and so." I keep wanting to say Wayne Gretzky, but I don't remember because I'm just not impressed with those guys. Said, "You can't do that. Knock that shit off." Matter of fact, I asked him, "Do you want my autograph?" My dad and I were in Las Vegas because that's where he lived. When I went to see him, and we're sitting at Sugar's restaurant. It's not really Las Vegas; it's Overton, Nevada. Anyway, and this guy yelling, "Sparky, Sparky," from across the room. I don't know who the hell that is. My dad says, "You know that guy?" I got no clue who he is. One of the guys that watches this program. My dad couldn't believe it. Of course, I couldn't either. All right, we got that half-ass shaped up. Let's see if we can do this side. You guys ain't seeing the big picture here. Let's see. That's better. You know what? I got some transparent monocoat I could put on this. I think I got a roll of transparent blue. Except it really isn't. That really isn't in the spirit of classics. Hmm. Huh. Okay. Nah, I think I'll finish it with dope. Just to keep in the spirit of things. I'm sure that's what Jimmy would want. Jimmy Barnholes. How the hell's this got a little notch in it? I just hope to get my damn car back today. Kind of a bummer being carless. Okay. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Guess we'll put the eyelets back in so I don't lose them. Yep, gotta make some tanks. Really need to make about 4 of them. Put a new one in that orange Viper instead of the 8-ounce Cas. I don't need that big a tank in it. Oh, just what I didn't want to do. Oh, no. Sounded like it fell right straight down, but it did. Get on there. Now I know where neutral is. I guess I need to pick up the plans and measure the push rod and cut it off. Because we got to bend that into a horn anyway. Got to bend her into a horn anyway. You guys don't have any of these, you need to get some. They're really handy. Really handy. And I know that everybody knows what they are, but for the ones that's not good. For the ones who don't know what these are called 1, 2, 3, and that's because they're 1 inch wide or 1 inch thick, 2 inches long this way, and 3 inches long this way. And they're machined at a perfect 90 degrees all the way around. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if you got 1, 3, 5, that'd be good. There are some that don't know what those are, so that's why I took some time to explain it. There are some ranked beginners who watch this channel who do not know. Yeah, it's a good thing to get rid of that rod. That way I have something to poke myself with. I still don't know what these little circle things are. I bet you don't have one of them. That's a piece of 2.5. I think it's 2.5. 2.5 inch angle iron. Yep. 2.5 by 2 3/4. That was milled at a 90 degrees. Set that down. It's right there, 90. Perfect. Let me see. Let me see if it's maintained its shape. This is a small machinist square. Yep, it's perfect. Perfect. I'm still debating whether to put a cheek cowl on this thing. It adds a tremendous amount of strength. I think I might, to the nose, because the profile of the noses are always vibrating, and if you got a vibrating nose, you got a bad engine run. I wish I'd have thought of that before I glued the doubler on, because then I could have traced it. Now I got to make it off the flange. Shoot. Yeah, might as well pick it up, just wad it up and put it in the trash can. Get yourself an acoustical ceiling tile. They're great for pinning stuff on. The only problem is hardware store or the Lowe's or wherever you go, they won't sell you one. You got to buy a whole pack of them. At least no place I've seen will sell you one. All right, let's cut a push rod, and then we can finish putting the sheeting on. They'll slot with sheet after. Okay, that's the nose gear in the wing block. Oh, I see what that is. Well, it looks to me like those circle things we're supposed to sandwich the bell crank, but I did it a different way. I did because I didn't know what they were. I see some mounts 2 each, 1/8 plywood shim assembly with extra 1/8 ply as shown. Yeah, well, I did it another way. Okay, cabin top is. I had to cut that out right there and glue in some clear plastic on my fuselage. What do you guys think? That looked pretty cool. Draw this on here and cut this out and then glue in plastic. I got the plastic. Except I don't want to make it too big a project out of this. Optional hardwood block. Yeah, I guess. Okay, let's cut the push rod and quit monkeying around. It goes there, and we'll cut it that long. Actually, I could cut it to length. I could cut it to length. Bend it and cut it to length because I can move the stab fore and aft. I get a little picture of a guy and paste him on a piece of paper on two sides and then sandwich him between two pieces of Lexan or whatever they call that clear plastic canopy shit. I got sheets of it. But I think I'll just paint it on and be done with it. Okay, so there we are right there. We needed a felt tip pen to mark it. Oh, this is where it bends. And we're going to cut it off 1/2 inch after that. So I got this for the horns. Yep, I can cut her off. I don't have all that shit flopping around there. And do we have any carbon? Any carbon? Need a thin carbon shit. does that feel loose? Or I could put aluminum on it. No, I'll use the carbon. Let's see if I get a different piece. Oh, I had this is wire. I don't know if I can carbon, but that's even bigger. That's bigger. There we go. This is the stuff I'm looking for. Yep. Nope. Oh, this is not 3/32. This is 78,000. I don't have any. So instead of using a good piece, we're going to have to do it anyway. So we might as well use this piece. So this is the whole length. Let me sand this real quick. There it is. Now, ideally, use 3/32 push rod in that instead of 78 thousandths. That's 3/32. 3/32 is 93.7. So we're a little short and a few thousand short. But I'm just using what came in the kit plus a little extra. I don't want to use up all my stuff. Okay, so we got the push rod. Yeah, we work on that later. Let's turn it over. Yes, you must start from level flight. You can't do it the old way. I asked that question too. What happens if because we're so used to starting up high, or I was so used to starting up high that I didn't know if I could get used to starting it down low. But yeah, starting it down low is actually better. It's easier. Because when you start it up high, you have to imagine the first loop and then go down and then up. And when you start it up low, you could see the cross. You can make that cross better. It's a hard maneuver. Splice all spar caps as far outboard as shown. Do not splice in the center as bending loads are greatest there. Yeah, well, I followed your lead. I think it's Mickey Mouse, but whatever. It's you guys' airplane, so. Okay, we need to measure this, and I would imagine that it would have to be. What did I do with it? There it is. It is 5/8 off the center line and 2 3/4. We'll make it 3 inches up, 3 5/8 and 3. Yeah, I won't write on the plans. At least not with a marker. I'll do it with a pencil. 5/8, 5/8, and 3 up. 1 1/4 long. Okay. See here. I need this one. Actually, I need a pen or tape or something. Can't glue this one because I got to take it off. Good night, Daza. That ain't no good. Oh, wait a minute. That's better. I keep putting the damn thing back, and I keep gotta use it. We need a center line on this. Okay. It looks like we got 2 hours in on this. I'm probably gonna take a break. I get this cut and take a break, and then we'll be back after a bit. Now remember, I'm going to make a playlist for this, and if you follow all the playlists, that'll be how long it took to build this airplane. It's not a mystery. People say, "Why you build so fast?" Yeah, well, I spent some time on it. It's content for you guys, you know. There's a lot of good content on my channel 10 years ago. You just got to go back and look for it. And of course, as I've stated, the shirts are available now. You can go to my channel and hit shopping, and it'll take you to the Teespring store. We got 2 different designs of shirts, 2 different designs of mugs. We got hats, bucket hats. I was working on a baseball cap this morning, but I can't figure out how to make it work yet, but I will. And I can do keychains and all kind of garbage, but I figure shirts is the best way. But All right, I will be back after a bit. Guy just gets tired of talking. This one here we're going to fit and glue in one piece because it's going to have the hole for the push rod. And this what I did here with this carbon rod, this works perfect. You just dabble some CA and slide the rod over it and hit it with some kicker and bingo, you got yourself a carbon fiber push rod. That's not old time, but that way I don't have to monkey with anything else. We know that we're going to have good controls. All right, like, subscribe, and share. Check out the store for the t-shirts, caps, and mugs, and I'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.